Gentlemen, relief from an enlarged prostate and urine dribble can start with a simple glass of water taken the right way. I know that sounds almost too easy. You want less urgency, fewer nighttime trips, a cleaner finish after you pee, steadier energy, and better confidence. This approach costs nothing, fits any routine, and you can start today. You have heard drink more water for years, yet no one showed you how to drink for prostate health. Hydration for the prostate is different from general hydration. Timing, amount, and temperature matter, and the right pattern can settle irritation, support circulation in the pelvis, and reduce dribble. I am Dr. Lana. I am a urologist with more than 2 decades of caring for men with urinary urgency, weak stream, post-void dribble, and nocturia, which means waking at night to pass urine. My work focuses on simple steps that deliver reliable results, and hydration strategy is one of the most powerful tools I use. Here is the foundation in plain language. The prostate sits around the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body. When you run low on water, your urine becomes concentrated. Concentrated urine stings the bladder lining and the outlet near the prostate. That sting triggers urgency and makes the outlet tighten. At the same time, low fluid intake makes blood thicker, which reduces smooth flow to the pelvic floor muscles that help you stop the last few drops. Hydration controls 3 things that matter for BPH and dribble. It controls how concentrated your urine is, it influences the tone of the outlet muscles that open and close during urination, it affects blood viscosity, which is simply how thick or thin your blood feels as it moves. Even mild dehydration can push each of these in the wrong direction, so small errors add up. Waiting for thirst does not work well. Thirst is a late signal. By the time you feel it, irritation has already started. Energy is already slipping, and the outlet is already tighter than it should be. A proactive plan works better than waiting for cues. There is real urgency here. When you're underhydrated, your body prioritizes the brain and heart first, and the pelvic organs come later. That shift shows up as hesitancy at the start of a pee, a weak stream, stop and start flow, and that final dribble that stains your underwear. The encouraging part is this can change fast. Adjust how and when you drink, and many men feel less burning, smoother flow, and fewer bathroom trips within days. I have watched men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s regain control with a smarter water routine. One of my patients, Leon, at 63, started with a warm glass on waking, then small sips each hour, and moved his last full glass to early evening. Within a week, he reported a stronger stream and a clean finish. 2 weeks later, he slept through the night for the first time in months. No supplements, no new pills, just precise hydration. If you believe water used correctly can help your prostate, type yes in the comments. If you are skeptical, type 0. Your response helps other men see they are not alone, and it tells me where to guide you next. Now, let us get into the first mistake, one that over 80% of the men I see make, and it sets back their prostate health before they have even had breakfast. The first and most common mistake I see, one that sets you back right from the moment you wake up, is what I call the shotgun start. This is when you reach for that cup of coffee or tea first thing in the morning, completely skipping a glass of water. I understand the habit. You want that jolt of energy to get going. But here's what that habit does to your body. After 7 or 8 hours without any fluids, you wake up in a naturally dehydrated state. Your body is parched. It has used up water for basic functions overnight and is craving a replenishment of its fluid levels. When you introduce caffeine first, you're essentially giving your system a diuretic. This means it prompts your kidneys to flush out even more water from your body. So instead of filling up your tank after a long night, you're drilling a hole in it and losing more precious fluid. You start your day by pouring fuel on the fire of dehydration. This initial dehydration has a direct and immediate impact on your prostate and urinary health. Your body begins producing urine with the limited water it has available. This results in a highly concentrated acidic fluid. Think of this urine as a harsh chemical irritant. When it sits in your bladder and passes by your prostate, it aggravates the sensitive tissues. For a prostate that is already enlarged or inflamed, this is like adding lemon juice to a cut. It directly triggers that sudden, frantic urgency and contributes to that lingering feeling of discomfort. Many men feel their symptoms are worst in the morning, and this is a primary reason why. You're essentially creating the most irritating environment for your pelvic organs first thing in the day. That morning coffee ritual you rely on is often the very thing priming your bladder for a day of frustration. Before you even think about brewing your coffee, drink a full glass of water. Give your body the pure, simple hydration it has been waiting for all night. This one act restores your blood volume, dilutes your urine, and soothes your bladder and prostate instead of attacking them. It's a gentle reset for your entire urinary system. I have had so many patients tell me that just by making this single change, they noticed a significant drop in their morning urgency within days. Your body is asking for water. Let's give it what it needs first. The second mistake that works against your prostate health is one I see constantly, and we call it the desert to flood pattern. This is when you go through your entire day drinking very little water, maybe just a sip with lunch, and then suddenly remember your health goal in the evening. You try to chug 2 or 3 large glasses right before bed to make up for the whole day. It seems logical to catch up, but your body doesn't work this way. This cycle creates 2 separate problems that attack your comfort from both sides. During the desert phase, your body struggles through a long drought. With so little fluid coming in, your urine becomes thick and highly concentrated. This strong, acidic urine sits in your bladder, constantly irritating the lining and bathing your prostate in a harsh chemical environment. This directly leads to stronger urges, more frequent daytime trips, and that burning discomfort many men report. Then comes the flood. You pour a large volume of water into your system all at once right before you try to sleep. Your kidneys have to process this sudden deluge, quickly filling your bladder to capacity. For a man with an enlarged prostate, this is a recipe for disaster. Your bladder is already working harder to push urine past the obstruction. When you overfill it at night, it sends powerful, non-negotiable signals to your brain that wake you up. You might find yourself getting up 2 or 3 times a night. Each trip fragmenting your deep restorative sleep leaves you feeling tired the next day and disrupts your body's natural hormone production. I remember a patient named Michael who did this for years. He suffered through afternoon bladder irritation and then guaranteed his own sleepless night. He was stuck in a cycle where his solution was actually his biggest problem. The way out is to break the cycle entirely. Instead of a desert and flood, aim for a steady, gentle trickle of hydration throughout your waking hours. This consistent approach keeps your urine diluted and calm during the day and allows your bladder to rest peacefully at night. The third mistake comes from a place of genuine good intention, but it backfires dramatically. I call it the morning fluid overload. This is when a man decides to get serious about his health and drinks a full liter of water immediately after waking. The logic seems sound. If a glass of water is good, then a large amount must be the ultimate cleanse. Unfortunately, for a prostate that isn't as young as it used to be, this sudden deluge is more of an assault than a therapy. Your bladder is a muscle, and like any muscle, it has a capacity limit. When you force it to hold a huge volume all at once, you stretch and fatigue the muscle wall. This is especially problematic for a bladder that is already working harder to push urine through a narrowed pathway from an enlarged prostate. Mark, a gentleman in my practice, shared this exact habit with me. He was determined to fix his problems. He started every morning by chugging water, believing he was power flushing his system. Instead of feeling better, he developed a constant nagging sensation of incomplete emptying. He felt the urge to go much more frequently, and his stream was weaker than ever. His bladder was so overwhelmed and stretched that it could no longer contract with enough force to fully empty itself. This left a stagnant pool of urine inside, which can increase irritation and even the risk of infection. He was creating the very problem he was trying to solve. When Mark switched from flooding to steady sipping, his bladder calm returned within a few days. That feeling of constant pressure vanished, and his urination became more efficient and comfortable. I often compare this kind of overload to forcing rush hour traffic through a narrow off-ramp. The more you push in at once, the worse the backup and the leaks. Your prostate and bladder do better with steady, gentle hydration that doesn't shock the system. A large morning chug isn't a detox. It's a strain that leaves you running to the bathroom and fighting against your own body's natural rhythm. A slower, more even start to your hydration keeps your bladder relaxed, your prostate calmer, and your day a lot more comfortable. The fourth and perhaps most common mistake I see is simply waiting until you feel thirsty to drink water. This seems like the most natural approach, but it's actually working against you. Your thirst mechanism is what we call a lagging indicator. It's your body's last resort signal, a warning that you are significantly behind on fluids. For a man in his prime, this delay might not cause noticeable issues, but for a gentleman over 50, the game has changed. The body's ability to conserve water and the sensitivity of its thirst signals naturally decline. This means you can be dehydrated for hours before your brain finally tells you to take a drink. During those hours, your body is conserving every drop. If you still want something warm, stick with an herbal tea that doesn't irritate the bladder. That way, you get the comfort without adding stress to your urinary system. These first steps create a powerful foundation. Now, let us discuss how to build upon that foundation for lasting prostate health. When you combine consistent hydration with specific supportive foods, you create a synergy that allows your body to truly thrive. One of the most powerful nutrition partners for hydration is lycopene. Lycopene is a natural antioxidant found in foods like tomato sauce, watermelon, pink grapefruit, guava, and papaya. It supports the prostate by helping calm inflammation and improving blood flow to the gland. These foods also carry water, which adds to your hydration and makes nutrient delivery smoother. When your body is hydrated, these nutrients move more efficiently through your system, reaching the prostate where they can actually make a difference. Think of your proper hydration as the delivery system for these powerful nutrients. When you are well hydrated, your bloodstream efficiently carries lycopene and other beneficial compounds directly to the tissues that need it most, including your prostate. Cooking tomatoes with a splash of olive oil can boost the absorption of lycopene because the healthy fat helps your body take it in more effectively. A few servings of these foods each week can help support a calmer, less irritated prostate. Add tomato sauce to a simple meal. Have a few slices of watermelon as a snack, or enjoy some pink grapefruit in the morning. It doesn't need to be complicated or expensive. Consistency is what matters most. I've seen men in their 50s, 60s, and beyond experience real change when they make this shift. This kind of progress doesn't come from a supplement bottle. It comes from building a simple rhythm of hydration and nourishment that works with your body. To directly address the issue of post-void dribble, we need to talk about a specific muscle group. The same steady hydration that calms your bladder also plays a crucial role in strengthening your pelvic floor. These are the muscles that act as a control valve at the bottom of your pelvis. When they are weak, they cannot perform the final necessary squeeze to fully clear the urethra after you finish urinating. This is what leads to that embarrassing dribble in your underwear moments later. Strengthening these muscles is like retraining that valve to shut completely. The most effective way to do this is through simple pelvic floor exercises. A good time to train is shortly after you've hydrated and emptied your bladder. That way, the muscles work in a natural, functional state. You can practice these by tightening the same muscles you use to suddenly stop the flow of urine. Hold that squeeze for a few seconds, then fully release. Repeating this several times a day builds strength and control. Now here is where hydration makes a critical difference. A well-hydrated muscle is a responsive and effective muscle. When you drink water consistently, you provide the fluid environment these muscles need to contract powerfully and recover properly. Combining your new hydration habit with these targeted exercises gives you a powerful natural strategy to take control of post-void dribble for good. This two-part approach ensures the muscles have both the training and the internal support to do their job effectively. Protecting your sleep is a critical part of supporting your prostate health. Your body does its most important repair work, including hormone production, during deep, uninterrupted sleep. The constant need to get up and use the bathroom directly fragments this essential process. The solution is not to stop drinking water entirely, but to master the timing. I usually tell my patients to set a simple rule. Establish a fluid cutoff about 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to bed.
This strategic window gives your kidneys enough time to process the day's final fluids and allows you to make a complete, comfortable void right before you settle down for the night. The goal of your daytime hydration is to fully saturate your body's tissues so you do not go to bed feeling thirsty. If you have sipped water steadily throughout the afternoon, you will find you are not parched in the evening. This approach successfully breaks the cycle of drinking large amounts before bed and then waking up with an overactive bladder. By honoring this cutoff, you give yourself the best chance for a solid block of restorative sleep. This allows your body to focus on renewal and hormone balance instead of constantly managing a full bladder. You will wake up feeling more rested and energized, with your prostate having enjoyed a long, calm period of rest. Many men understandably develop a fear of nighttime leaks and respond by shutting off all fluids after dinner. This seems like a logical solution, but it actually creates a different problem. When you go completely dry for 10 or 12 hours, your body becomes chronically underhydrated. Your urine becomes super concentrated overnight, turning into a strong irritant that sits in your bladder for hours. This often leads to even stronger urgency and discomfort first thing in the morning, the very thing you were trying to avoid. The balanced approach is to avoid large glasses of water late at night, but not to become completely dry. If you feel genuinely thirsty in the evening, a small sip of water, about 100 milliliters, is perfectly fine. For men who are on water pills or live in a hot climate, a tiny pinch of sea salt in that evening water can help your body retain the fluid more effectively, reducing the sudden urge to expel it all. It can help to think about your personal cutoff time. Some men do well with their last drink 2 hours before bed. Others prefer a small sip closer to lights out. The key is finding the sweet spot that works with your bladder, not against it. If you've already built a routine that's helping, share your simple solution could be the breakthrough another man needs to find his own comfort. And finally, rest easy. Let us bring this all together. The key to using water for your prostate is about drinking with strategy and timing. This approach forms the solid foundation for everything else you do to support your urinary health and overall vitality. Remember, your goal is to avoid the 4 common mistakes that work against you. Instead, focus on the 3 powerful habits that put you in control. These steps are simple, but their effect is profound. They work in harmony to soothe irritation, support your body's natural functions, and restore your sense of confidence. This is how you turn a simple glass of water into one of the most powerful tools for your health after 50. Now, I have a simple challenge for you. For the next 6 days, I want you to fully commit to this protocol. Start each morning with the warm lemon reset. Practice steady sipping throughout your day and faithfully honor your evening cutoff. This 1-week commitment is all it takes to show your body what true, consistent hydration feels like. Then I want you to come back to this video and post your results in the comment section. Tell me what changed. Did you notice less urgency? Fewer nighttime trips? A feeling of more comfort and control? Your experience matters and helps others to make that commitment right now. I want you to type yes in the comments if you are willing to give your body this 6-day reset. Type 0 if now is not the right time. I read every comment you write, and I'm genuinely excited to see how many of you are ready to take this step for your health today. Your journey to a calmer prostate and greater confidence starts with this simple decision. Gentlemen, taking back control of your health and comfort does not require a complex solution. It comes from honoring the fundamentals. It's about providing your body with the simple, essential support it needs to function at its best. You have the power to create a significant positive change by working with your body's natural design. This journey toward a calmer prostate and greater confidence begins not with a prescription, but with a conscious choice. Your path to feeling better starts with something as simple and as profoundly powerful as the very next glass of water you choose.